Cracker Barrel.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you want to call your sister later?
Kim is the sweetest person you'll ever want to meet. Everybody that knows Kim, that's the first thing that they say about her is how sweet she is. We met on a blind date in El Dorado, Arkansas. It was love at first sight when I saw Kim. Kim was always dressed to the nines. And when I saw her, she was all decked out and she was going through college, putting herself through college. She ended up with almost a master's in education. It took me about a year courting her, and then we were engaged about 2 years before we finally got married. But I never gave up, and I'm still not giving up on her. All 3 of our children were brought home to the same house. We lived there about 10 years. We were kind of like the parents that, would have a 12-pack or maybe even a case of beer on the weekends, and we didn't think it hurt anybody. And then we started noticing odd behavior with Kim. She was financially immature. Her behavior started changing. The kids started noticing it. They would get her to sign report cards and things like that, unbeknownst to me because I was working a lot. She started drinking more and I started drinking less. I think that she started drinking because she was masking as her brain was changing. It's a lot of depression that she was going through, a lot of odd behavior, and the psychiatrist, when we went to see him, there's nothing, we'll have a talk. But after the meeting was over, he was disheveled and said, whatever you do, don't let her drive. Something had to change. She needed help. And then we went through more battery of tests, MRIs, you name it. The situation was so bizarre, and we would fight in front of the children. It was just horrific things. So I finally decided to talk to some of my friends or as an attorney, and the first knee-jerk reaction is, you need a divorce. I just can't imagine where she would be if we had gone through a divorce. Around the day of our anniversary, August 1st, the day that the doctors told me their diagnosis was Alzheimer's, I just brought her home from the psychiatrist, and I was like, all my emotions were just drained. I got Kim with Region 8, and we got her set up with adult daycare, and that's what she would use as her work. So every day she would get up and I'd say, Kim, you have to go to work. They need you at work. And that's where she would go, would be adult daycare. And she would file because when she was younger, she was an executive secretary. So work is very important to her. When Kim comes home, I always ask her what she did at work today. And she will always tell you that she filed. She doesn't really file. That's just what she connects with. She does things like arts and crafts. My job in Jackson was outsourced to India, and I felt like I really had to have a job. So I thought the Medicaid waiver would just come on over to Indiana, but it took quite a while. It took 6 months. When I finally got him on Socoa, Kim's case manager was concerned about me as well as my doctor because it's a lot of stress. So the caseworker recommended I take her to Avon, or a nursing facility that dealt specifically with Alzheimer patients. And it was tough to decide that. I had to pack the stuff up, and she thought we were going on a trip. I said, yeah, we're going on a trip. It was only a temporary situation, but it let me rebuild my batteries, and it made me realize that I don't have to live with my nose against a mirror. I can step back and look at the whole picture. It was a life-changing experience for me. Kim was in there approximately 25 days or 28 days, something like that. But it was almost like she didn't even know that I'd taken her there. When I saw her, oh, hi, how are you doing? It saved my life. I would have to say that my love for Kim today, I can't explain it, but it's more bonded than in all of our 28 years of marriage. I'm very protective of her. Just tell her I love her all the time. You never know when that moment may happen to you, when the person that you love is no longer looking out of the eyes that you once looked into. It's to death do you part kind of love is what I have for my wife. I don't know what the road holds for us as far as where is she in her disease. I just know that you have to just go day by day by day. And it's important to listen to other people that's been through this. So I'm hoping that my experiences can help other people as well. Thank you, Sokoa. Thank you very much.